Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Takeover Lounge. It's been a minute since we've been here, but we back. And before we get into it with our special guest, man, we're gonna go ahead and roll the intro.
Support for the Takeover Lounge is provided by the Arts Foundation for Tucson and Southern Arizona, funded by the City of Tucson and Pima County, with additional support from the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona. Welcome to the Takeover Lounge.
Yo, what is up, everybody? We in the lounge with Hero today. Yo, what is good, Hero?
What up, y'all? Thanks for having me, man. Hero.
You're welcome.
Yo, we gotta have you, man. I mean, you're like a legend in the rap battle world, bro. So we gotta bring you on.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Of course. I mean, you got the number 8 jersey hanging up there, so you know what I'm saying? I'm already.
It's my legend wall, man. Look.
Oh wow.
I got I'm still building on it, though. I'm still building on it.
Oh, facts. That's dope. That looks so sick. And I got my whole scenery going on right here.
Hey, that's fire. That's it. I appreciate the warm welcome.
Tis the season, you know what I'm saying? We got it. Yeah, we just lit. We missed y'all. It's been a minute. It's been like 2 weeks since we've been on live. So if you guys are tapped in, thank y'all for rocking with us. And let's get into it. Daniela's gonna start us off like she normally does on a Friday.
Yes. So, Hero, how did the name Hero come about? Has it always been your name, or has it just like a rap battle name?
It's funny. Well, my real name is Helmuth, like a helmet, TH at the end, right? So, it came from sports. You know how people like A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Or it came. Oh, you'll like this, Daniela. It came from actually a hockey player, Curtis Joseph. You remember him, the goalie?
Yeah.
It was Cujo. So when I was little, I was like, "Oh, that's dope. Let me see what mine is." So mine turned out to be Hero. So but nobody ever called me it. I just used it for like video games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then until I got into I got an alias and got a stage name or whatever, it was in a question right away. I already knew what it was going to be.
That's dope.
And I introduced myself as Hero now because it's so much easier. Well, I thought it was going to be than my name.
Right.
I usually have to go through so much stuff. I'm like, oh, helmet. Oh, you Thomas? No, helmet. Oh, like a helmet. And then it goes like, so yeah, Hero. It's like Hero now, right? It backfired. Right.
Why?
Because now people don't believe me that it's my real name, obviously. So, so I go Hero, and they're like, "That's your real name?" I'm like, "Oh." Like, yes, they don't believe me. I look like an asshole.
Right.
And then I'm like, "No." So I end up having to explain my nickname and my real name, anyways. So yeah. So it's cool though. But yeah, that's kind of how. That's exactly how it came about through Curtis Joseph, the hockey goalie.
There you go. So. Hero, Helmuth, whatever y'all want to call them, just those two, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Of course. What do family members call you? This?
Yeah.
Helmuth, or are you Hero to them too?
Well, then I'm Mexican, so it's even more different in Spanish. It's Helmuth.
Dang.
Even more people there explain that too, because a German name in Mexico.
Exactly. So, Hero, I want to know what got you into rap battling.
It was actually, I'd have to say, it was Eminem. As cliche as it's gonna sound, Eminem.
Okay.
Not from 8 Mile though. Not from 8 Mile. From before, from like the Rap Olympics when he, he famous. He got second place in that, and then he battled a guy named Supernatural. So I stopped listening to rap after Tupac got killed. I was all bummed out. Stopped listening to rap for like 2-3 years up until Eminem. He got me back into it.
Okay.
And that's actually when I started rapping.
Mm.
I started listening to it, and then I started coming up with raps. So I would download it on Napster. I would download battle rap audio in like '99.
Dang.
I've been listening and watching battle rap for over 20 years now, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I recently just got into like the rap battle community type of thing. Like I always been a fan of like rap battling. I mean, just like Wild and Out type like rap battle. You know what I'm saying? But like
right. It's more mainstream. That's how people get introduced to it.
Exactly. And I didn't realize there was like an underground like whole community. Like it's
it's nuts, man. It's crazy.
You got like different leagues, and it's like West versus East. You got Midwest. It's just like, yo, what is? Like,
and now with like the way communication is, it's a little easier, you know, because you got the Facebook groups, you got the others, Twitter. You could get it. That's what's popping really for battle rap, where you could reach your favorite battler or promote your battles and stuff. Before you didn't have. I'm gonna sound like an old head. Before you didn't have, you have to go to the events,
right?
Face.
That's crazy.
Otherwise, people ain't gonna know you. Nowadays, you can talk shit in a Facebook group, and people are gonna know who you are just off of Facebook group.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how just the evolution of rap battle just kept going. I mean, it's just like you said, it used to be in-person events, and now it's all these Facebook groups and Discord and Twitch.
Well, the extra stuff, yeah. There's even media and like blogs and all kinds of wild stuff.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's dope.
So did you like after listening to Eminem, were you like, you know what, I'm just gonna be like just a rap battler, or were you like actually pursuing?
No, I used to just like write them or whatever, do them in my room until I like in school, like they heard me one time and people would pay me to like write a whole round about them. So like they pay me $5 or whatever, and then the next day at lunch I'd have a whole round about them. Jeez. And that's kind of how I started, like just coming up with like learning how to attack people and use. But it was always so friendly, kind of like a cypher type thing. But I'm pretty sarcastic, so I used to kill people without them even knowing.
Fair enough.
But that was just like school. That was all still like that's like freestyle stuff. But like professional, I got into it in professional. Got into it in a league in Portland. It was called Grind Time Now.
Okay.
And it was before King of the Dot and before URL. I had a tryout in Portland, and it was my first event, and it was like their biggest event, and I was the tryout battle. It was the very first battle. I was super nervous, man. There was like over 200 people because it's Immaculate, and he's from there. And it's like one of the only times that he's battled in Oregon. He usually never battled in Portland. So it was huge. It was my very first battle, and it was dope, man. I won, and shit, it's addicting. Yeah, the rush is crazy.
That's nuts. So wait, so how did you get like a tryout in Oregon?
It was on Grind Time Now. It was like I said, even before the Facebook group. This is 2011, I think.
Okay.
And they were like scouts. Like Ilmac was the Northwest president, and Lush One was like the Fresh Coast president. Direct, who is actually still involved pretty big right now in battle rap with this tournament, was the East Coast, or the South president, and Poison Pen was from Team Hami, was the East president. So they had it at the bottom very little at the bottom. It said, if you want to try out, email so-and-so. So I emailed them, right? And I was like, yo, I had just moved or gotten back from Sinaloa or something. I had just gotten back to Seattle, and I emailed him, and he was like, do you have any battles? And I was like, oh shit, I don't have any battles, man. I was like, but I have a battle verse. I was like, I'll record this battle verse and I'll send it over to you. He was like, yep. So I sent him over 16, and he was like, yep, I'll get you on the next tryout. But there was no event yet. So it was just like the next try. He was like, I'll hit you in a couple months. And then the next event comes, and it's like their biggest event yet.
Wow.
And then he hits me, and he's like, yo, you're the tryout battle on the Immaculate versus 9DM, because they were like best friends or whatever, and they had to battle, like a big storyline, right? And I was like, oh shit, okay. So I take it, right? But and I traveled to Portland on a train and all that. It was cool, man. It was dope.
That's so dope. That's so. Yeah. I'm probably showing like my, I don't know how you would say it, like my noviceness and like just the way it goes.
Oh, go ahead, man. It's cool. I'm glad people are curious.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I didn't like we're talking like there's presidents for the South, presidents for the East, and like it's like a whole.
And that was a decade ago.
Wow. And it's still running like that, right?
Yeah. There's it's pretty much like 3 of the biggest leagues are the URL, which is Smack.
Yep.
Who started out like they're famous for their street battles, started on the street corners and whatnot. Started out much different than it is now. It was DVDs, and then when it turned into the YouTube League, and I think it started in 2009, it transitioned over. It became the URL, the Ultimate Rap League.
Okay.
So that's pretty much them and King of the Dot, which is the Canadian League, are the biggest leagues in the world.
Wow. That's
and
amazing.
and then there's like a ton of local leagues now. It's pretty insane. Like crazy. There's I'm sure thousands of leagues now.
Definitely.
Hundreds, probably thousands of battlers though.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That's crazy. So you rap in both Spanish and English, right?
Yes.
So which one do you prefer battling in?
I just got into Spanish battle rap. I've only had 2 battles. So I really right now I like it a lot more in Spanish because it pushes me more. Because English battle rap, I have over 20 battles, and it was getting hard to motivate myself. Like the last 2 or 3, it was really like pulling teeth. Like even writing for them, or in like, oh shit, I got a battle. You ask any battler, the worst thing is memorizing. You got to rap to yourself for at least 3 days, or at least very bare minimum. And literally 24/7 like a mad person rapping. It's terrible. So it's really like a love and hate relationship with battle, because like the process is so stressful, and it's almost like people relate it to boxing or like one-on-one combat, because you can't blame anybody else. It's all on you, and it's like a lot of pressure. And the payoff is awesome, and the lows are terrible.
Right.
So in English, because you don't prepare and you don't put your all into it, you're gonna fuck up. So I messed up in one of my battles, not big time, but like to me, like to somebody that prepares and takes it so serious. Like I wasn't feeling it anymore in English, really. So I did my Spanish battles, and it's so dope, man. It's so dope, because they're like 10 years behind in Spanish. They're like when I started watching battle rap, that's where they're at now in Spanish. I jump right in, even though like I speak Spanish, but it's a whole different ball game where it's like double meanings and metaphors and all kinds of wild shit you got to do, So I'm still learning, and like I know most of it, but it's not the same as when you live there, the slang and all that shit. I've lived on and off my whole life there, It's not the same as to somebody that's living there full time. But Spanish is dope. What we're doing is the Spanish American rappers, I guess what you call them, what we call ourselves, the pochos. It's actually a derogatory term, but we took it and you own it, It's pocho. Yeah. So that's the people that that don't fit in here because they're not Americans, but they don't fit in back home because they're not fully Mexican either. But since we follow English battle rap so much, like we're taking their battle scene like on a fast lane, because we're bringing all the techniques and everything from English battle rap over to Spanish. They're barely transitioning from freestyle into written battles. So like their freestyle events still get like thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
That's crazy.
And freestyle sucks, man. No offense to anybody that that does it, but it's just so repetitive. Like I don't understand how you wouldn't want like the best out of every writer or every MC. That's what you get when you get to write it,
Yeah.
Freestyle, like, how many times can you say I come through, motherfucker? Like, I'm not gonna hear that shit. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's
true. Not just competition, like parties. So if you guys see me out, don't do not rap at me.
So did you ever think about being like a mainstream rapper or like stop doing battle rap and actually like doing real
Like music.
Yeah.
To be honest, like music at all really. Like part of good intentions, you know, we got a lot of people we got some that do music, some that do battles, some that do both. I mostly just stick to the battles. I've never really been much of a, to be honest, I don't even really listen to hip hop.
Really?
Yeah, I listen to mostly like banda. Let me listen to a lot of Spanish music. So, or a lot of the new age hip hop, like I love, like what people call mumble rap, I guess you would call it. It was like I don't know, like even though I learned English through like Tupac, and that's actually how I learned English, through those guys listening to that.
Wow.
But it just came to a point where it's like, I don't want to hear that lyric shit no more. To be honest, man, I like the melody. I like the melody. I like the A Boogie. I like the new. You know, I like JD. I like, or JI. I mean, I like little TJ. You know, I like the melody. Young Thug. I can listen to Young Thug all day long.
That's shocking. Like battle rap.
But when it comes to, you know, we write so intricate ourselves to battle rap. It's pretty much the pure. Ask any artist or any rapper, they'll tell you battling is the purest form of it.
It definitely is.
From writing it to the actual form of going up there and, yo, fuck you, this is me, what's up? Yeah.
Right, exactly. And I think it makes sense now because, like you said, I mean, you do it every day, where you're just writing and you're just trying to come up.
That's what I want to do is listen to that shit all day, you know?
Exactly. So why would you do
that? Not at all, man.
So it makes sense.
People are like, or they wanted like, or I know some people are just fans, but like you're at a battle event, or we've been at an event all day. These events are long as shit, you know, 12 hours sometimes. We're out of town and we're traveling or whatever, and we can't just dip back to the hotel whenever we want.
Right.
And it's like the event's over, and then people are like still talking battle rap. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I've just been around it so long that I just try to detach myself from it, you know?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, you did it, like you said, you've been doing it for so long, so like, you know, when you're done, it's like, yo, let me just relax.
You can't. I wouldn't trade it for the world, though. You know, I wouldn't trade for anything, man. But
yeah.
Let's see. So, who is one person that you'd like to battle, famous and local?
Oh, see, this is where you guys want to start shit, huh? Give that little that local. Famous. See, the thing is, I've never been the person to look at an opponent like, yo, let me battle that person because they're doing this and this and I can shine off them. Because I battle that opportunity. Like, to be honest, I don't be listening to what these people say to me. You know, none of that shit. Like, I'm there, I battle the opportunity. Like, I don't think I've ever turned down a battle. Oh, well, an opportunity. I've never turned down an opponent. You know what I mean? Like, I've actually had good opponents and actually turned down the opportunity because it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? So it's not, I've never ever like, and actually everybody I battle, I'm always super cool with after. Like, it's never been no kind of weird beef or nothing like that. And that's another thing that comes with these Facebook groups. Like, these motherfuckers done disrespected each other so goddamn bad by the time the battle done started. Like, it's some weird energy that doesn't even need to be there, you know? And that was never there before. It was all about, that's kind of, I don't do the back and forth before the battles or none of that shit. And I don't do personal either. Like, it's weird to me. Like, and then like somebody, like my Spanish, but somebody did a personal against me or like, try to like say shit like they knew me, kind of like, oh, and your life is this because of this and that and da da da, and it didn't hit because people were like, you guys don't know each other, how the fuck?
Right.
You know, or why would you say that? You know, so it wasn't. I really try to stay away from that. Just really try to power people, and then it's all whatever, man. It's just a sport. So to answer your question, shit, nobody, man. Just nobody. Give me opportunities, man, and I'm gonna make sure to cook.
There you go. I like that. That's a good answer. What how do you prepare for a rap battle? I mean, like you said, you don't do anything personal. So like, what is it that you like attack, and how do you prep?
Shit. Like I said, I gotta wrap up myself for. Okay, you want to hear the ideal? Like telling myself I'm gonna do the next battle every time, and then what I never do.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So ideally, yeah, you start writing a month out.
Okay.
From the battle, right?
A month. Wow.
Right. And get a round done and memorized per week.
Jeez.
Right? So you finish a round, memorize it.
Right.
You have 3 weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
Finish a round, memorize it. You have 2 weeks left. Finish a round, memorize it. You have a week left to work on all 3 rounds of performance and obviously mannerisms and all that bullshit you're gonna do, or whatever. However, like me, I record myself and listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it never works like that. Like I said, I write one round, usually it goes a month, and I go, I'm really excited about the battle. I'm like, fuck yeah, dope. And I get a round fast within the first, and then it's like, wait till the very last fucking second, and then finish the 2 rounds, which is terrible, man. I think that it has a lot to do with why I lost some of the love I had for it in English, because it became more of a, oh shit, I gotta do it, instead of a, oh dope, I get to do this.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, my last battle we did in Tucson. We actually brought King of the Dot here to Tucson.
Right.
It was called No Excuses 7.
Mm-hmm.
What we're doing. I had that battle, and then 6 days later, I had my very first Spanish battle. So it was kind of weird. I was preparing for both battles at the exact same time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a little weird. It was because I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could prepare for 2 Spanish battles at the same time, and I don't think I could prepare for 2 English battles at the same time. But since it was 1 and 1, it was almost like, whoop, flip a switch and fucking go to this. Boom, go to this.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool, man. It was less than a week. I battled Saturday here, and then went to LA and battled that coming up Friday.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was so dope, man. That was one of the best, like, when people say like accomplishments, I would say that, because we worked hard at getting No Excuses out here. It's the series we started with King of the Dot with the Z League. All of them had been in Phoenix. There were 6 prior installments of it. All of them were in Phoenix. And since the beginning, we always said 7 is going to be in 2, because 7, it's Plague Life. Shit. We've always said that. So when it really came time to do it, man, we were nervous, and we actually pulled it off. And I've been on every single one.
Wow.
And now I get to breathe, man. That's all I wanted. I wanted to get to 7. So this year we were supposed to do bigger things. We were going to get a bigger card, since those installments, we've been doing them ourselves without the help of the King of the Dot, which is the big company. So they were really going to start helping us out, but then the world shit.
Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully next year we get some going.
Yeah, that'd be so dope. I want to even talk about the 7. Like, where did that come from?
It came from here, from Tucson. It's not me. It's called it's a guy named Prophecy.
Okay.
Red guy. He battles too. He's actually one of the first ones to get. He was big on URL. He went from here, from Tucson. So
wow.
It's just his clique. He just Plague Life, and they do the 7 with the Plague. I adopted it when I moved here, and we just got known for it. Everywhere we went, we just kept throwing it up, Plague 7, and it's just
okay. That makes sense.
It's 7.
So, if you could choose 3 words, how would you describe your style?
Oh shit! Loud, raspy.
Raspy.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people always they get too fixated on my voice. And I don't know. I'd say maybe direct.
Mm.
I don't like a lot of the times. I'm not trying to cut up words. You know, a lot of people do so much wild shit now with the how they cut up words and make different metaphors and wild shit. I don't like to do that, man.
Right.
I just more of a direct style, I'd say.
Like I like I said, the raspy. Is that like a tactic?
No, it's just it's crazy. I've always like almost like a Batman voice. I don't know. Like I've always done it. And what's funny is that like there's been battlers that have been known for their voice after. So since I'm not as well known as them, they'd be like, "Oh, you're trying to sound like so and so." Like, oh, that's how like we're doing the exact same shit. Like, of course, people are gonna sound the same sometimes. Like, we're all doing the same thing, you know.
Exactly.
But no, I've always had. It's weird. I've always just had like a raspiness of the. I get so many bad comments on it.
Yeah, I was
There's so many. That is me as Flo. Like me and Flo. You go look at our battles. You go look at the comments. Like half of them are on her voice.
Yeah, all of them are like that. I mean, how do you how do you deal with negative comments like that? Do you even pay?
Guys, don't read the comments. Yeah, do not read the guy as much as you want to, and as much as the good comments feel good.
Yeah,
don't go. There's some people that there's some people that go in there and like comment back. Like, no, fuck you. This is my battle. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's gotta. You'll never. It never ends. You can't live like that. It'll never end. You know what I'm saying? Especially the YouTube comments.
They feed off that. They'll be like, "Oh, I got him to respond." Okay, like
terrible, dude. You can't even. So that's something we had to deal with when we went like to the main channel. Like, I got a battle drop on the main channel, which is significantly bigger than the GZ channel they have, you know. I think it's close to 1 million subscribers, if not already. Oh, and I got destroyed badly. Yeah. But it comes with the game, man. Like, I rather have a ton of bad comments and a few good ones than like only good ones from a few of my friends.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You need the balance in life, you know. Yeah. So that makes sense to me.
It's tough. It hurts. But you just gotta block it out, man. You just gotta block it out. You can't as much as you want to, because you will look at it. You'll be like, it doesn't take much to scroll down and read a few comments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of those gonna sting.
Exactly.
One of those gonna sting. Don't do it.
You're like, why did I do that to myself?
Yeah, don't do it, man.
Just don't do it. So
everybody all the time. Because Flo went through it too. You know, Flo's had a few battles go mainstream now. And he be reading all the, and I'd be like, don't do it, bro. Do not do it to yourself. Wow. So we're trying to get better at that. You know, just kind of work on our aura. Yes.
How did you meet Flo?
We met Flo through another Plague member named O, who worked with him at AFNI. And how they met was even weirder. Like nobody knew that O battled or knew rapped or didn't even know him as O or his battle name or nothing like that, right? And I guess Flo had moved here from Phoenix and was just looking up Tucson battle rap or whatever, and saw O in one of the battles. I was like, I work with that motherfucker. And so I guess like he was talking to him and like slipped it in slick, like slipped it in like called him O, you know? He called him O at work, and O was like, the fuck? How you know that? He was like, I watched one of your battles, so and so. So we actually hooked him up. His very first battle Flo had never battled before. We hooked him up at one of Pike's event, one of the School of Thoughts he did. I think it was the second one.
Okay.
He battled Los Temp, who was with us at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, and then since then, it's been love, really, man. Squad, and then from there he got himself the GZ King of the Dot GZ battle. He opened up the very first No Excuses in Phoenix. He was the very first battle on that. He was the undercard, and then I don't know, man. We just always he just stuck around with us, and we stuck around him.
I feel that
sometimes when it's real.
Exactly. Yo, we're coming up on that halftime mark. I don't know if behind the scenes ready for that, but just letting them know we're almost ready for halftime. So this is the last question before we get into halftime. What is something you like to do to like prepare yourself for a battle?
Hate myself. No, I'm just kidding. Man, I'm telling you, that last week is tough up to a battle, man. It's so many different things going through your head. To prepare myself, man, I don't know. It's different every time.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I'll drink, sometimes I'll have a smoke, sometimes I won't want to, sometimes it really depends. It depends a lot on the atmosphere. Sometimes I over prep. I psyched myself out a few times. That sucked.
Yeah.
Where you go over your material too much.
Ooh. And then what happens when you do that?
You just overthink it. What happened to me is it just messed me up. It doesn't flow the same. You overthink it, and then like I said, I've never ever messed up to where I had to stop my round. But I've had a few battles where I'm like, oh shit, and it takes me 3-4 seconds to be like, oh, but that 3-4 seconds feels like 25 seconds. Yeah.
So, you're also trying to feed off the crowd as well. So when you stop for 3 seconds, everybody's like, okay, what happened? Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, when you hear crickets, it's so hard. And then it's natural to go fuck or something, say something, and then people be like, oh, he's messing up. Because some people are smart. Some people don't let you know they're messing up and go into a freestyle or be able to play it off, which is ideal to be able to do. That's a big skill to be.
Right. Was it me? Am I tripping?
No.
I thought I was tripping. I was like, yo. So with that being said, while we get situated, we're gonna go ahead and run the couch. Yo, this is a series that we do on Takeover Media. It's called the couch, and what we do is back. But we're gonna go into halftime. Back to what you were talking about. But we got the couch. The couch is where we tell everybody about new releases, everything that just dropped in Arizona, that from artists that are dropping, from music videos, to merch, to all that good stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and roll that right now.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the couch. I'm your host, Z Give. Let's get into it, man. Yo, welcome back to the couch, y'all. We missed y'all last week. I hope y'all enjoyed your holiday, Thanksgiving. I hope all was well. Hope y'all stay safe, all that good stuff. But, we got some drops that we need to get into, so let's go ahead and get into that. Yo, first we got Emmett Dupree. He just dropped a single called Hundreds and Things. Y'all go check that out. The link is in his bio. 95, Angels on My Shoulders. Be sure to check that out. Show that some love. Next we got Des Buster, Only Human. It's a single. Make sure y'all go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Hybrid Hound just dropped a single called Passing Through. Make sure you show that some love. Next we got YML Nene. He just dropped a music video for We Up that was featured in the couch 2 weeks ago. So be sure to check that out when he drops that. That's dropping on Friday. Last week, ASCII dropped a little project called Short Flight. and he just dropped some hoodies, man. So make sure y'all go showing these artists some love. Make sure you copping some of the merch. And yo, if you want to be featured in the couch, make sure you're tagging us in your drops. Like we just did a merch drop today. So like, yeah, let us know what you got. If it's a single, if it's a music video, if it's merch, if it's anything you wanna be on the couch for it, yo, just let us know. We'll be more than happy to have you guys on. This was episode 8 of The Couch Man, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yo, what up, everybody? We are back in the second half of the couch of the Takeover Lounge with Hero. So just get y'all know that the couch segment is coming permanently to the Takeover Lounge. So just be on the lookout for that anytime we're doing this. But before we had some technical difficulties with Hero, we were talking about how you bounce back from like stumbling over your words or forgetting your written lyrics.
Hey, you can mess up, or a few things can cause you to mess up. The very first time I messed up was in the beginning of a round. I said something and the crowd went crazy. And when I wrote it and performed it, I had it to where I went right into my shit, boom, I went right into my next stuff. So when they went crazy, I blanked. They were going crazy and I was like, I couldn't think of my next shit. So they're still going crazy, and this is where you're like, you hear your heart, you're like, you're trying to think of your next shit. You're like, should I freestyle? Should I? You don't know what to do. It's like you get those options, what to do. So right. I said it again. Boom, I said it again. Luckily, they went crazy again. Boom, they blow up, and I'm like, yep, I got this. Nope, I said it again. It kind of went crazy, and then it was obvious that I was fucking up, and then it was like, you got this, come on, man. And that's the worst. When you hear words of encouragement, you're messing up.
I'm about to ask, like, everybody like, yo, come on, man, you got it. But like, how does that make you feel? Like, obviously you just said, like, when you hear that, you're like,
it's like tunnel vision. You're coming back. You're like, fuck, should I go? So I did a crazy move. What I did, this was my second round. So I said that it was like the first 2 bars, they went crazy. First 2 bars went crazy. First bar, and then I blanked my shit. So what I did is I spit my third round. I mean, I still messed up, but I still rapped. I finished. I rapped for like 3.5 minutes. I rapped my whole third round instead of in my second. And so when he rapped his second, I was able to think of what I had forgot, and I rapped that part as my third.
Okay. So you played a little.
Otherwise, I would have had to call time. See, there's people that can do that with 4 bars or 8 bars, and they'll be like, they'll take 2 bars from over here and put them here, and they'll put 4 bars like freestyle. That shit is crazy. There'll be people who can do that on the spot and go in and out of freestyle. I can't do that. I think I freestyled one time, like in the beginning of my round.
Jeez. That's the hardest thing. I think rap battling got to be the hardest sport next to baseball and hockey. Like, that's like, it's just like, yo, what?
Like I said, the highs are highs and the lows are lows, man. Because when you do well, you're the man. You can't get enough handshakes. You can't even walk off stage. You know what I mean? So many goddamn people come up to you. You fuck up, it's gonna be a lonely night. And a long while until you get your next battle or you get your redemption. Because a lot of people don't battle back to back to back to back. So like me, when I battle like 2 times a year, maybe 3 times a year. Really? Yeah, when I mess up, it's gonna be a while before I get to show out again.
Right.
So it really that's what really I think takes a toll on me when I'm like, fuck, man. That's what really brings me down. Like I said, the lows are lows, man. When you mess up, even though people are like, no, it's not that bad. Somebody that you performed it a certain way 1,000 times, that's how you want it to come out. And that's why battle rap is so tough, man, because you get one shot at it. Even a play where you're like, oh, you fuck up. Tomorrow you'll do well. Don't worry about it. We got or we got 3 shows tonight. You messed up 1 show. Nobody will even care by the end of the night, you know. But this is one time, and not only that, it lives forever on the internet.
True. Sadly.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, fuck it, dude. No, there's only gonna be like 8 people there. Be like, nope, you mess up, bro. You liable to go viral. All kinds of wild shit.
That's got to be like the craziest feeling. I mean, just like it lives on the internet forever, like you said.
Yeah, and there's moments that are like insane. Like the guy like threw up water on himself, or like there's just been some wild times where you're like, oh, dude, I bet you they wish they could wipe that.
Yeah, definitely. How infrequent they are. Like for a rap battle, you say only battle 2 times a year. Is that like normal for most rap battlers?
Well, it depends what you do it for.
Okay.
Some people get paid a lot and only battle once a year or 2 times a year. Some people like me, I don't get paid a lot, you know, but I don't do it for the pay, for the money, you know. I do it to travel. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going these places to where, you know, they pay the trip and then give me some bread too.
Wow.
As to where other people that like live off this, if you're, and it becomes addictive. You're getting paid 5-10 bands a battle. You're going to want to battle 3-4 times a month, you know?
No, that makes sense.
But that's where you water your brand down, because you're battling that many times. You're going to mess up a few times. So you got to weigh your options. Is it worth the money to fuck your brand up, or to live having to write every single day of your life, or, you know, having to prepare for a battle or back-to-back battles and shit like that? I don't like to do it.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I get it. That's dope.
Let's see. What do you feel like is the biggest issue in battle rap, and how would you fix it?
I think it's the saturation. Like I said, there's so many leagues. There's hundreds of leagues and thousands of leagues. I think if you just could bring that down to where it's not like, I don't know, not so many local leagues. Like people get so they conform. Is that the word? Yeah, they conform to being able to battle rap down the street whenever they want, you know?
Right.
And then and they're not disciplined either. Like it doesn't matter if they miss a battle, they'll no show and be like, who cares? They'll be on the next card. So a lot of that stuff, like being disciplined, there's so many leagues, it's really impossible to do that.
Right.
There's not like a black book to where like, yo, this person doesn't show up, don't book them. So like if you don't get, there's so many leagues, they'll get an opportunity somewhere. So there's not a real set standard, is what I mean, like to where you can. There's too many fucking people. Some gotta leave. That's what I mean. Some gotta be fans, you know.
Yeah. And how would you fix that?
You can't. There's too many egos.
Yeah. Fair enough.
There's too many egos. You would have to tell people to not rap and shut the hell up. And you know, how can you do it? Also, how can you do it? Like, who am I to tell you not to? You know what I mean? So there's really nothing you can do about it. But that if you want to do yourself a service, don't have too many yes men around you. Listen to people that are not from your camp. If you're at the battles and there's only the people on the card that are there and only your friends that cheer, and you know, you gotta, that doesn't count. You're playing. That's what it's like you're playing battle rap.
Right.
It's almost not real.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Like the fake action, and like when they like push up shirts and go all crazy when they're like, yo, you heard his bars, bro. You already heard his bars. What are you going bananas for?
You heard this already.
When my friends battle or when I battle, I don't like nobody, none of them next to me. And even when we go out of state, like when I battle or when we go with Rum Nitty or whatever, and we're not backstage, everybody's backstage and stuff. I try to watch from the like from the stands, pretty much, or from the crowd.
Mhm.
You know, try to get. I'm a fan. First of all, that's something I need to. When I say some people need to be fans, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a fan first.
Right.
You look at me, there's no better battle event I prefer at where I don't have to fucking rap.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I go to these events where Flow is the main event and Rum Nitty is the main event, and you know, and some people are like thinking that I'm gonna be jealous that I'm not getting these shots or whatever. A lot of these times I turn them down, or not in that way that like I don't need them. It's just I'm a fan first. I prefer to go and fucking watch Flow destroy it and shit. If I can get, you know, do some drugs and not have to remember nothing, why not? You know,
Right.
like it's a no-brainer to me. Like, why would I want to be nervous for a month and fucking rap at myself for a week? Like, we don't do it. Like, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why we do it.
He's coming to the realization on the show as we go. He's like, wow.
Yeah, I'm like thinking because I'm waiting the pros and the cons. I'm like, I fucking hate myself the whole week. And I'm like, the payoffs are real minimum, you know. But
right,
man, there's no better feeling when somebody comes up to you at a show and is like, yo, I came here to see you. You know, they're spending their $15-$20 and their money's not even really the time. These events are long, boring. Like they're not, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Battle rap, real niche. Like it's a real niche thing. Like you can't invite somebody that doesn't watch battle rap to an event for 9 hours and then be like, so how was it? You know, it's hard.
It is
so
definitely.
I appreciate people come out. That's what we get out of it. You know, when someone says, "I came here to see you," you know.
Yeah, exactly. What's been your toughest battle so far?
Probably Flo Leeds.
Mm.
Flo Leeds from Lancaster. He's from Pennsylvania. He came out here. He did real good, and I've messed up in my second. He's just real. He freestyled. He was good at freestyling. He had a couple of things that won the crowd over off. Where he was actually, that's where his skill comes in. Somebody that's right in his face, and you know we can tell he was actually messing up. Couldn't think of his next thing, and boom, freestyled about dude's shoes that was in the crowd or whatever. Boom, got some reaction. By the time the reaction died down, boom, he already had his. I saw it because you know I could see it, and you can tell even when somebody's messing up, 0.5 seconds. You know, your fucking eyes go blank. You're like, oh shit, because like by the time you're ending your last bar, you already got to be thinking of your next shit.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's tough. It sucks, man.
Dang. So Flo, what was his name?
Flo Colombo. No, Flo Leeds. The guy, Flo Leeds is the guy I battled. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. And what's been your favorite battle?
My favorite battle was either my PG, my URL PG that we had in Phoenix. I had against this guy named Patron, and he's from Washington. And so it just worked out the way. Actually, I lived in Seattle for a long time, so I already knew him.
Okay.
It was weird. We actually just got paired up, and that was a good battle. And those two battles, I think, are my only losses.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're not judged. They weren't judged, but you know, to me personally, I think they're my only losses.
Huh. Fair enough. Yeah, at the end of the day, you're no judge, so.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's only a loss if you don't gain anything from it.
Exactly.
A lot of the sport is subjective. So like, even if like people are like, "Oh, you lost," you're gonna have those fans that are gonna like your style more and be like, "Yo, that was crazy what you said," and da 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 da. So a lot of a loss is just doesn't matter. A lot of people get hung up on that, like, "Yo, I'll beat you," and that's where it comes back to me, where I don't battle people per se. I battle the opportunities to like, if it's dope, like, I want to be part of something. I like when the hip hop festival came up and we brought King of the Dot out here too, and we did like 2 or 3 battles. I battled Vodka Gravis at the 2019, I think it was the last year, and you know, we did a couple battles, and it's not like I knew it's not gonna get me nowhere crazy. Like it's not like an intimate. I wasn't getting paid. It's a local battle, but like, dude, we get to bring King of the Dot to
Right.
the hip hop festival. Like, of course I'm gonna do. And till this day, I get hit up from fans that don't watch battle rap that saw me battle that day.
That's so dope.
Oh.
Yep. So
What like your favorite, like the ending to all your raps? It's like I go to any hometown. Can you, say it for us real quick.
Oh shit! You can put me on the spot, man. What's my
bad.
And I got a the thing is I got a Spanish slogan and I got an English slogan.
Okay, let's hear both.
Okay, so my Spanish slogan is it goes, y me la rifo en el gabacho, en Sinaloa o en donde sea. Para mí no es nada. Hey, plebes, arriba el norte. Y el que no lo crea, ahí está el mapa. So it goes, hey, I run shit in the United States, in Sinaloa, or whatever. To me, it's nothing. Hey, you guys, the North's on top. And if you don't, and whoever can't see it, check the map. Arriba el norte. Y el que no lo crea, ahí está el mapa. So this last battle I had in Mexico City, there was probably like 500, 600 people there, which was pretty cool. It was like a small club, but it was packed.
Yeah.
Everybody said it with me. The ahí está el mapa. Yeah, like the last part. So when I go, y el que no lo crea, ahí está el mapa. And I saw the first 2 rounds, they said it with me. So my third round, I didn't say it. And then you just hear them finish it off. It's fire. That was super dope. And then my English one, shit, I don't even remember my English one. Oh yeah, and I never had a problem winning in front of another's hometown crowd, but I'm taking over this shit. This is my hometown now.
Yeah, that was hard.
I come up with that one when I first moved to Tucson. I was battling, I wasn't Plague yet, and I was battling O. It was like they were jumping me in, I guess, or so to say. So that's what it was. This is my hometown now. So they only knew me from battling. I used to live in Sinaloa, and I would take the bus up here and battle in Tucson. I didn't know any of these guys. That's actually how I live here. Is I met them through voice box battles. I would take the bus up here from Sinaloa. Yeah, I'd take the bus up here from Sinaloa, and that's how I met these guys.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. I was moving back to the States, and Prof was like, "Why don't you move to Tucson?" I'm like, shit, all right, fuck it. I've been here 6 years now. Yeah. Battle rap. Yeah, that's crazy. If it wasn't for battle rap, I wouldn't even be here.
That's nuts.
Wow.
Well, we're glad battle rap happened, so we can have Hero here in the lounge.
Yeah, no, man. I appreciate you guys having me. It's a cool setup. Hopefully, we can do some in person when the years.
Definitely. That's the plan. Danielle, you gotta ask the infamous question before we sign off with you.
Oh shit! What is it? Is it on a date? Yes. Yes. I said anything. Yes.
What is, if you pick any superhero or superpower, which one would it be?
That's the infamous question.
Yeah.
Dang. That's kind of fucked up that my name is Hero and I'm not at all.
Don't let any battle rappers see this. They'll be like coming for your head after this.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Perfect memory.
Perfect memory.
Perfect memory.
Yeah.
That was
simple.
That would work out just fine.
Perfect memory. That's all I get. That's not me.
Yeah.
That's so dope. That would perfect memory. Yeah, you want to forget anything at that point.
Well, like, I don't have to I gotta say people shit. Like people gotta know my superpower. It's like, or it could just be like my thing.
It's your thing.
Oh yeah, easily, easily the memory thing.
That's so easy, man. Well, yo, Hero, where can they follow you at, man?
On Instagram, Hero4523. On Facebook, my long ass name, Helmut Roosevelt. Follow Good Intentions also on Facebook. It's Good Intentions Management. On Instagram also Good Intentions Management. Follow us. Bam.
There you go. Good intentions.
Storefrontier.com/good intentions, man. We got gear for all of us. We got Flo Colombo. We got some for Nitty, Super Sick, audio bars. We got these are our original logo. So we just got the hoodies in for winter. Hit us up, man. We're out here trying to work, push the brand.
Definitely. Yo, you can follow us at Lounge Takeover. You can follow me personally at Z__GIV. And you can follow Daniela at
Danny World Takeover, but no O in the world.
There you go. There you have it. And yo, shout out to Elite Coaching one time, man. Before we sign out, hook your boy up with a little windbreaker. Shout out Daniela. Shout out Peps and the whole crew. Shout out Mankind. Yo, shout out Hero. Thank you for coming on the show, brother. Yo,
Appreciate y'all, man.
8 p.m.
You.
Be out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good night.